one of my favorite guys, Scotty Angel, Anthony Pacitto. Time Anthony Pacitto, one of the most improved guys here in EPW wrestling, right here.
Well, I'd certainly say that he has gotten more self-confidence than the last time I have seen him, and certainly that will lead you more often than not to the promised land of a win streak, and Pacitto one step away from making himself a superstar here in the ranks of EPW.
Where's that Marshall McNeil? Where is he? Was he locking himself up from practice?
Well, certainly, you know, I can't wait to see him locked up. Do you know offhand what kind of dogs will be in that dog pen at Vindication?
No dogs, no dogs. I think he's just gonna be locked up by himself. But some people would say he is a dog by himself. You see the way he disrespected me at the last Plainfield event. Don't think I don't forget that kind of stuff. Look, I like that Congo. He's not bad. I have respect for him. But Marshall McNeil better watch himself if he gets in my face again. But we got bigger fish to fry anyway. Have you gotten word as to what Brian Nunes or Anthony Pacitto are going to be doing in our big weekend coming up in just a little while, just a couple of weeks?
I know that they are scrambling to be part of both of those events. Certainly, perhaps the biggest events in the history of EPW, Vindication 3. I want to encourage each and every individual to come on out to Vindication 3, Killingly Memorials High School, and certainly you've got the championship match, Scotty Too Hotty, Brutal Bob Evans, topping the card on what will be a history-making night for Eastern Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely, Scott Angel. Absolutely, this Pacitto using mind games against Brian Nunes. It's a smart strategy. If it's not working for you, slow it right down. But yeah, Scotty Too Hotty's. You know what? I didn't have a lot of respect for Scotty Too Hotty before we all entered into this stuff. But I'll tell you what, Scotty Too Hotty is a heck of a competitor. I have a lot of respect for him. We both started our careers about the same time. We went into two separate paths. But you know what? The time is right. The time is right for Brutal Bob Evans to become a three-time EPW heavyweight champion. And there's nothing Scotty Too Hotty's going to do about it on the 17th. But on the 16th, we'll be lucky if we get out of there. 5-on-5, Rage in a Cage, War Games rules, Scott Angel. And I know you're a big fan of those matches. I know you love to see that. The fans are going to love it. Swansea Independent Baseball League, my old baseball league. Look, I may have some disagreements with a lot of people in EPW, but Swansea's my hometown. So we're expecting a bunch of people to come out and a fantastic night of action that night. So
certainly 5-on-5 War Games rules. Question is, will everyone make it out of there to Vindication? That remains to be seen, and you want to be there live in Swansea to find that out.
Exactly. How about the other cage match we have that day? Not only is the Rage in a Cage going on, but we also have Congo versus Dan Freitas.
The Savage.
I'm glad they're in a cage, because if not, they'd probably tear the roof off the joint. Look at this Anthony Pacitto. Look at that beautiful reversal.
Pacitto certainly studying with some of the best technical wrestlers in the world to try and better his craft. Brian Nunes, known for tag team competition, of course, as one half of Pride, but foregoing that and going more into the singles realm as of recent months. And Brian wants to launch him into the front row, it seems.
Whoa, slipped under him. Oh!
Pulls that arm and takes Brian Nunes off his feet and gets that leverage advantage, and now the weakness in the arm, and Pacitto going to go right to work on it. I have a feeling, and indeed that is exactly what he is doing here.
Smart moves, smart moves. You take away the arm. I mean, Brian Nunes uses a lot of offense he's right-handed, but he uses a lot of offense with his left. It throws your balance off. I used to do that a lot, as you remember, Scott Angel. Maybe I'll do that against Scotty Too Hotty in the cage. Maybe I'll break his arm on the 16th, make my job easier on the 17th. What do you think?
Well, certainly sound strategy if you can employ it, but I think Scotty Too Hotty's going to have just a few things to say about that.
Well, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the fans out there at both Rage in the Cage and Vindication 3. Vindication 3. Did you even think we'd be around for 3 years, Scotty Angel?
I know there's a lot of people in the area that lost the bet on that one. They thought we'd be long gone, but we're still kicking and getting better each and every week thanks to the great EPW fans of the EPW Challenge.
I'll tell you what, Scott Angel, they said we couldn't have Vindication 1 or 2. They said we couldn't do Pride Penitentiary. They said we couldn't do pay-per-view live and on the internet. And they also said that we couldn't do EPW versus the world, and we did over 800 people in the Bank Street Army, the biggest crowd Bank Street Army's had in 10 years. And they're telling us now that we can't sell out Rage in the Cage, and we can't sell out Killing Memorial School. 700 people each event, and guess what? We're going to do it.
There's an old adage that says, if you believe it, you can achieve it, and I'm believing that for the upcoming EPW live events, but you, the fans, can make that happen, and there you see Pacitto making it happen for himself.
And you know what else added to that move, Scott Angel, sorry to interrupt, was the awkward angle that Brian Nunes, it looked like he slipped when he came down. It actually worked against him the way he fell that way.
That would actually be a easy way to separate a shoulder on a move like that. But
He might. His arm's hanging down pretty low. He may have separated him.
Nunes trying to fight his way back to his feet, and you see Pacitto using the knee to keep things under control.
Now, see, this isn't a good strategy. This isn't a good strategy.
He's away from the arm.
And not only that, he told him he was going to do it, and he tried to do it.
How much did it take out of Brian Nunes to pull him down for that backslide? You got to wonder.
Oh!
Atomic drop, but he hurt himself in the process. Drop kick there. Single leg drop kick by Nunes, and certainly.
Oh, he got it.
Sidewalk slam, but can he follow up on it? Can he make the cover? That's the question here. 1, 2, but he couldn't hold him.
He wasn't able to lay enough of his body on him to do a folding press and pin him.
Kick to the midsection now.
Double underhook. Oh, did he get him?
He couldn't get him over for that.
1,
2. Wait, foot on the rope.
He's outside. That's the correct call.
Smart and very efficient officiating by Amber Ray.
I'll tell you what, Brian Nunes might be upset. That was the correct call. His feet were halfway out his feet were outside the ring, halfway. Oh!
Pacitto crotched on that middle turnbuckle.
Oh, he missed.
To the back. Anthony able to hook the ropes, and now with the feet on the ropes,
I'll tell you what,
gets the win.
That's what studying videotape does for you right there, Scotty Angel.
That's also what knowing where you are in the ring at all times does for you this week on EPW Challenge.